What's going on, guys? I'm back for another breakdown. It was an interesting day for sure. Draftkings, I saw no money. Fanduel, I saw the money. That's how it be sometimes. Let me just get my stream on Twitter so my Twitter folks can know that I'm live. If they didn't get a alert, and we're gonna get right into it. All right. We're gonna get right into it. We gotta get to the money. Alright. Before we start, we gotta do a recap. We gotta see what we did right, what we did wrong, and what we could do better. Um, Make sure you follow me on Twitter. That's where I update my lines and give out my lines as they change throughout the day. Seems like Kristaps Porzingis got ejected. Man, I tried to stay up and watch those games, but I was tired. Had a long day. Woke up and I saw Kristaps was on ice. Got on Twitter. They said he got ejected. It is what it is. All right. Just to recap, Donovan Mitchell went off for 81. He was the star of the slate. I did have him on FanDuel, did not have him on DraftKings. That's probably one of the reasons why I didn't get to the money. You got a guy that's 8K going off for 81. It's going to be hard to win if you don't have him. It's going to be hard to win if you don't have him. Let me see what my FanDuel total was. 375. All right, I gave out a FanDuel line 375. Let me see if I could pull up the line. I only paid one FanDuel line too, so um, I had Jamal Murray, Kyle Lowry, Burks, Donovan Mitchell, Joe Harris. I was big on Joe Harris today. He came through for sure. Jaylen Brown, Porzingis. Imagine if this guy got a little more run and got me some more points. It would have been more dangerous. Michael Porter Jr. was the letdown for me today. And for me to have him and Porzingis, who both didn't get to the money for me, and still quintuple up and get to that money, it made me feel good. It made me feel good. Um, so Fred VanVleet, I was big on him in my video. I knew he would do well. Luka came through against a tough defense for that 6 times value. So we love to see that. Playoff Kawhi is activated. You got to check that out. Jamal Murray got hot late. Jason Tatum went off. Jokic did his thing in overtime. I did have some Jokic on DraftKings, but not that it matters. Joel Embiid, he didn't disappoint, but he didn't smash. Jaylen Brown, great. He had a great game. He willed them to the victory late. Karis LeVert surprised me. I didn't think he would do that well, but he came through. Nets tried. Paul George, probably my biggest disappointment. For him to just have 38 tells me that it's Kawhi team, and when they're both on the floor, to just to avoid them. Just to avoid them. I knew Joe Ingles would do well. I said it on the live yesterday. But no Conley, he was really, how many assists? He had 6 assists for a wingman. That's pretty good. Zubac, we knew that he was too cheap. Had to get some Zubac in. He came through. Gordon Hayward left the game early, got hurt. Alec Burks, I'm not going to lie, would not have made value if it wasn't for this one play when he got like 3 rebounds on a tip-in and got the 2 points. That was like 6 points, I think, on one play, which got him to 28. So that was good. Michael Porter Jr., man, that one hurt the most. That Kristaps Paul George, between those 3 plays, All my lineups were just done. All right. Royce O'Neal flop. He was very high owned. That's disappointing. Um, and that's it. What can we do better? It seems that all the go-to men for their team hit big. Okay. Um, Mitchell, the star for his team. Doncic. Fred VanVleet, not the star for his team, but his usage is high enough. The star for that team, who is it? Right? We could say it's Siakam. We could say it's Lowry. We could even say it's him. He's had like one of the best fantasy seasons. So who knows? Kawhi is the leader of his team. Jamal Murray, to me, is probably the best point per dollar fantasy guy on the Nugget. Jokic is always in the 9, 10K area. I don't know if I could ever pull that trigger, but he came through too. Karis LeVert. So the focus moving forward in these playoffs especially is to try to jam in as much top go-to guys for the team as possible based on the prices that's allowed for us. And I think that simple approach will help us get to the money. Guys that's in the 6, 7K range who is going to be on the ball a lot. And that's what we're looking for tonight. And let's get right to it. Let's see who's playing and who we like and who we don't like. It's 4 games. This first game, Milwaukee versus Orlando. If we're looking for 6 times value, we need about 30 from Bledsoe. At 5K, he's averaging that on the season. The problem is he's not that reliable. He's not on the ball that much. He's not a go-to. He's not the number 1 or the number 2 on his team. Although I think he can now in this game here against Memphis, he shot only 1 for 8. But he only played 20 minutes and he still got to about 16. So if he gets his full run, I think Bledsoe can get us to that 30. I think Bledsoe should be able to. Orlando, let's see, how did he do against them? In 3 games, 30 minutes, he got to the 30, okay? Playing to pull the trigger on Bledsoe is tough. But I see it. I see it in the making. You know, Toronto's a tough defense in the bubble. I don't even know if that game. I can't. Some of these bubble games I can't reference because guys were sitting out. The competition wasn't there, whatever have you. But Miami, he played 23 minutes. He got to the 30. Dallas, 31 minutes. He got to 25. So I think 5K for Bledsoe is appropriate. The fact that he's not the number 1 or number 2 worries me. I'll pull him over just based on 6 times for the season. The minutes should be there. It's playoff time. He should be in top-notch shape. It's just definitely not one of my favorite plays on the slate, and I doubt that I'm going to get to Bledsoe. Maybe if I make 3 lineups, he might make 1. Maybe. Let's see. Other than that, we got. I'm not going to sit here and do a long breakdown and consider guys who are not worth considering, like Connaughton, DiVincenzo, this. On any given night, those guys can get hot. But for that 6 times value that we're looking for, 4K for DiVincenzo, whatever his name is. Yes, in garbage game against Memphis, he got to 29. But, when the scrimmage first opened up, he was playing 27 minutes, only got 22. He's liable to get you 11 on a given night. It's just not the kind of players that we look for. Pat Connaughton, it's kind of cheap. 3,400. We saw when the scrimmage opens up that he was getting, 19, 12, 24. We get 23, 24 for that price. That's pretty good, especially on this type of slate. It's different than today because prices are better. So I don't think we're going to see near 400 totals on the DFS front. But Middleton for that 7,300, that kind of excites me. Whenever this guy gets minutes in the 30s, which he will if the game is competitive, and even if it's not, in playoff basketball, I think he'll get to it. 30 minutes, 45. 34 minutes, 53. 34 minutes, 50. All right, against Boston, 33 minutes, 38. 38 at this price is over 5 times value. It's not quite where I want to be. But the fact that when the consistency is With 30 something minutes, he's getting 40 something fantasy points. All right, in 4 games, he's averaging just about 40. That's more of the kind of players that I want to jam into the line moving forward because those are guys that's reliable. They shouldn't sink you. They're go-to people for the team is playoff basketball. They're not gonna sink you. All right, and God forbid one of these guys catch steam, they'll probably take you to another 80 bomb. Middleton's the type of guy that'll get you to the 80 bomb. And then Giannis is probably my favorite pay up on the slate. I know people are big on Harden and what's the guy named Lillard, but I'm big on Giannis because it's an automatic 60 no matter what. Once this guy's playing 30 something minutes, he's gonna get you the 60s, and you might get a playoff Giannis that'll get you to that 80. He might come out looking like Bledsoe did, not Bledsoe, Spider Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell did today. So that's my favorite player. I do see Lillard having a monstrous game. The opportunity is there for Harden. Harden matchup is tough. Oklahoma City is tough. And he hasn't really shown consistent success against them. Lillard is on fire. And the matchup is better. But those guys are a whole $1,000 more expensive than Giannis, and Giannis will get you up there. So that makes him my favorite pay up of the slate. Just the security of his price. And then we got to look at some Brook Lopez, who against his team in 26 minutes is only averaging 20. I do know that Vucevic could be a little bit tough in the paint, so I don't really like to attack Orlando with centers that much. If we look at this game in Toronto, another team that's tough in the paint, he played 25 minutes, only got 16. Let's see what other teams. Miami, tough in the paint. He played the 32 minutes and he got to 30. So I like Brook Lopez. I feel like just didn't expect 30 from him. I feel like that's reasonable. And what we saw from Bubble Lopez is that he's improved, man. The guy's balling. Couple games he got well near 40. And I kind of called it. I think before this Dallas game, I was like, show Brook Lopez some love. He came out and got to it. So are we going to get 27 shot attempts from him? I'm not sure. I don't know if that's an outlier or not. But if we get 14, 11 or 14, he's not a big rebounder. But if we get double-digit rebounds, double-double for that 4,700, I think that's kind of cheap for Brook Lopez. All right, so a lot of guys on this Milwaukee team stands out for me. I'm just going to pull up a resource here that I like to use. See what Vegas thinks. Let's see what Vegas thinks, guys. They got Milwaukee washing them out, blowout. All right. So that's something that you might want to consider. Houston, Oklahoma, they got that game close. They got Oklahoma winning that game, which means the star for Oklahoma should be a lock, right? It's like, and he's not that expensive. I love him tonight. Portland, Lakers, they got Lakers winning. Miami, Indiana, they give it to Miami. And that's it. All right, so let's get back to it. Draftkings. On Orlando, you've been following me. You know that I don't like to challenge the Bucks, and I'm not going to do it tomorrow. I'm pretty sure one or two of these guys is going to be on fire. I'm pretty sure one or two of them are not. The fact is, there's who's the go-to for this team. I always want to look at the go-to first. It's probably Vucevic, their best player. He's 9K. I'm not playing that against the best defense in basketball. All right, Fultz and Augustine. I do think Augustine is just hella too cheap. In 3 games, averaging 24. He already got to 20 on this kind of slate. I'll accept 20 for 3K. Hopefully, he can get into the mid-20s. I think he's fully capable. When I look at bubble games, I'm looking at like the first couple games when guys were actually trying to play some basketball. Okay, he went to Brooklyn, played 26 minutes, and still only got 16. That's concerning. But he's 3K. And a lot of these guys on this slate are expensive. So this is a guy you can jam into your lineup just to fill up some space. He probably won't sink you. Again, if he plays 24 minutes, he gets 8, you'll be upset. He's averaging 20 against the team that he's playing, against a good Toronto defense in 29 minutes. he got to 24. So I think that price for Augustine is reasonable. He may not start. The start might go to this guy here, Fultz, Markel Fultz. Same story. I think they'll have a similar stat line. I don't see Fultz going off against Milwaukee. In 27 minutes, he's averaging just the same about as Augustine. So I'd rather take the guy off the bench. And if this game gets a little lopsided early, they might even pull Fultz and bring in Augustine, see if a little switch will help. And that should give him enough time to get to the money. If it blows out, I'm not sure Augustine is the guy that will get the blowout run. It might be. Michael Carter Williams is already doubtful. They might go with these Frazier guys in garbage time just to kind of prepare for it. But I think DJ Augustine in a playoff atmosphere with the veteran leadership of himself versus a second, third year guy in Fultz, I think that's a safe plug. I'm not going to be quick to pull him over because that's guys we look for once we got our lineup set and we're just looking for somebody to just throw in that shouldn't sink us, right? Fournier for 4,900 is averaging 6 times that in the season. In 4 games, he already got to 31. These are the kind of guys I like to pick. I feel like Fournier can get to it. He doesn't really have massive upside. And again, I'm not trying to attack. If I pick somebody from this game, it's a little 3K Augustine. I'm not trying to attack the best defense in basketball. Aaron Gordon is questionable. Let's see. He went through practice. He might not play. If he doesn't, I don't really. I mean, if he doesn't play, it makes Ennis interesting. Still, I know it's the best defense, but it's a min-price player who's going to get mega minutes and usage. Ennis is not offensively driven, but he does pick up some scraps on the offense when it comes to him. For 3K, we've seen nothing but 20s the entire scrimmage for him. Against tough defense, not so tough defense. The rebound numbers are going to be there for him. So Ennis is another interesting guy if you're just looking to fill in the last man in your lineup. Definitely look at him. T. Ross, price is starting to drop a little bit on him because he haven't really been doing great in the scrimmages. We know off the bench this guy come in and start jacking up threes, and he does okay. In 4 games, he's averaging 4 times his price as well. So definitely consider some of him, but I'm just not willing to attack this defense. I just don't think it's worth it. Just don't. Period. All right. Omar, what's up? Welcome. What happened with Porzingis? Got ejected. It looked like it was some bullshit. I didn't really get to look into it, to be honest. I don't know. We're on the late night vibes. Yeah, I had to get the live out so I could prepare myself to pick my lines tomorrow. I'm going to have a busy day tomorrow, I think. So I just want to be familiarized with the slate real quick. Any else Fanduel still down? I don't know what's going on. I haven't had any issues with Fanduel. I see a lot of people on Twitter complaining about it. Can you fix your audio? It should be fine. If anybody else have issues with the audio, let me know. I'll see if I can troubleshoot it, but pretty sure it's fine. Doug White, welcome. How you, man? Chilling. I'm chilling. Yeah. Your audio. Fix that audio. Damn, was just wondering if we would see you for playoffs. Awesome to see you back. Yeah, I was here last night too, Nashville. I'm here. What's good, boss? FanDuel site. Shit the bed today. Hope you did well. Definitely did well. Got almost 400. Porzingis would have came through like his old self. I would have definitely got to that 400. FanDuel provided for an overall profitable day for me, so I'm not complaining. I like Lopez. He will ball out. I believe it. Yo, James, what up, man? How you? 27 shots for Lopez is definitely an outlier. Fultz too cheap. I don't want to say too cheap. He's playing the best defense. I'm not even excited. I'm more into I'll save $1,000 and go for Augustine right there. Indiana versus Miami. Let's check out some Indiana. The best player here to look at, I would probably say, is TJ Warren for that 8K. I'm going to use caution. We did just see them play, and it looks like Jimmy Butler is determined not to let this guy do shit. 29 minutes, just wasn't himself. Took a bunch of shots for the minutes he played, but only 18 fantasy points. What happened to this 39 output? I don't see him going off for 30s against Jimmy and those guys. I just don't see it. It's possible. I don't see it. I would probably say Brogdon is probably the best bet if you pick something from this team in 2 games in just 26 minutes. He's averaging 31 points. Um, Miami plays good defense too. I'm not excited about this game. For this price, we need 40 from him. And he's, with 30 something minutes, he normally gets to the high 30s, 40s. I see him probably do well. And another problem I have with picking Brogdon is most of his success that I've had with him has been with the absence of Victor Oladipo. The fact that Oladipo is back, I'm not going to pay 6K for Oladipo, by the way. We probably get some playoff Oladipo who comes through and be motivated, but I have to start seeing it first, right? Until I see it, I don't trust it. So, them two kind of cancel out each other. And we could consider some Aaron Holiday, but he's like a backup role guy. 4K is not bad for him though. He should when he has it going, he does okay. Problem is it's too hit or miss for this guy, He playing 30 minutes and getting 14, I'm happy. Against the same team. I'm not happy. I'm upset. But if you play 35 against the Lakers, you get 32, I'm happy. So it's too hit or miss with that situation. I'm just not gonna jump on that. Sabonis is out. We gotta look at some Turner. 7K Turner against like Bam Adebayo. I don't want to even pull up his numbers. It's just not worth it. Let's check out Miami though. Looking at Miami, I do see Dragic. They already said that he will start tomorrow. Okay, on the season he's averaging about 7 times this price. Against this team, he's averaging over 6 times this price. I see him getting minutes in the 30s. It's playoff time. His guy is going to get you assists. He's going to play defense. He's going to get rebounds. He's going to score. He's going to do everything out there. It's like the biggest lock. That's probably like my second favorite player today behind Chris Paul. Storm in the lineup. There's no reason not to. I love Dragic tomorrow. I think Dragic can get us to the money. And then Jimmy Butler is the leader of this team. He's only 7K. He's averaging about 6 times for the season. This is the kind of guy that I can honestly see going off for 50, 60 tomorrow. The usage are going to be there. In only 29 minutes, he got 42. And that's an average, man. That's taking all the games he plays. Now he's getting the playoff Jimmy Butler. I see another 50 bomb here. I really like him tomorrow. I think Jimmy Butler should do well. I'm going to go ahead and put him in the lineup. Boom. Let's get some Jimmy Butler. Then we have Nunn. Lost the starting job, so for 5K, definitely want to be careful. I'm not paying that for a bench Nunn. Harrell has been hot in the scrimmages. Do they ride the hot hand and keep feeding him? I can't put my money on it because it's playoff basketball now, and there's no more of this seeding scrimmages and stuff where we get to see what you got. And I mean, look at TLC. TLC used the scrimmages to show that he's a good player, and then they gave him the run, and he capitalized. He had a good game. That could be similar situation for Nunn, but I just don't want to guess on it with my USD. So I'm going to avoid that situation, all right? And then Duncan Robinson, same story. Andre Iguodala for 3K. Now that it's playoff, I think they'll run him more. Whenever he plays minutes in the 20s, 30s, he'll do well. 31 minutes, 26. I think these games were without Butler, though. 28, 32, 31, 28. How many minutes he's going to get? What's his role? We don't know, but that's kind of cheap for him. The way that they value him down in Miami, right? They brought him in to be like a mentor, leader, coach for the young guys. Just got to see. Jay Crowder, again, it depends. Is he going to get minutes near 30? Is it going to be Kelly Olynyk? It's tough. These are guys you jam in after you get the leaders. Then we got to look at Bam, 7,400, averaging 6 times that for the season. In 3 games against this team, just about 40. I think playoff Bam could be a thing tomorrow, man. He's one of those guys. I'm going to pull him over for right now as well. I like him, but he's probably like one of the first that I could just say, hey, let's get rid of him. I mean, centers versus Indiana is good. Um, my biggest issue with Bam, I would say, is that he does best when his assist numbers are up, right? He gets 9 assists, he's in the 40s. Let's see when else he was in. He had a big game. Here he was in the 46 assists. Here he was in the 40s, 10 assists. This game, 14 rebounds, which is not too Bam-like, but it's possible. This game here, he didn't get that much assists, but 12 rebounds. This game here is interesting. New Orleans, he didn't even score 10 points. He just filled up the stat sheet, and that's what he does. He plays defense. He's a very active guy. So I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with some Bam, but let's see. Let's see how it plays out. Is Harden worth? I don't like Harden tomorrow. I don't. Again, it's James Harden. We see he could put up 100, but I think the matchup is tough. And playoff basketball, it slows down a little bit. And then the fact that his playoff legacy is not the best. Regular season Harden always goes off. When it's playoff time, he seems to struggle. When teams start to clamp down and really apply their strategy, and he's playing a tough defense. I'm not big on Harden tomorrow, to be honest. Before you go, can you do a quick breakdown of Fanduel? 100%. I've been having more success there. Honestly, I'm putting more money on Fanduel. It's just easier for me. I don't know. It's just easier for me. But I'm not gonna neglect or give any less quality of Draftkings. Draftkings is my thing. You got $4. That game is gonna blow out. No, I'm just going game by game and just filling in and removing. I'm definitely not gonna be playing $4 tomorrow. For sure, Vegas got the game blowing out. We expect it to blow out. I don't like to predict blowouts, but yeah. How to F up the money with Porzingis like that? I got to see what happened. I don't even know. I just know he got 2 technicals and got it. I don't even know what happened, but based on the commentary that I was listening to, it was like some real stupid calls, and he didn't deserve it. Especially in the playoff atmosphere, guys are like, this is where you make your money in the NBA ratings and all that. Any interest in Pacers backup bigs? No. No, because that means we're just betting on a blowout, which could be dangerous. There's some good plays. When you start chasing those little narratives and whatever things that can go right and wrong, you'll end up missing out on some big plays. But let's check them out. Let's look at the guys that you're talking about. Backup bigs. Who? TJ Leaf and Bidazazi? Nah, man. Come on. You're trying to make money. You're not trying to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? We in here was good. You like Schroeder? I'm gonna check him out. That's fake news. Harden average 30 in the last playoff. I'm not. I mean, 30 for Harden. It's funny because the guy is so good that he can average 30, and you look at it like, nah, I need 40. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. And the thing about Harden, like I keep saying, is if his corner pocket guys are not hitting threes, his assist numbers might be a little affected. Oklahoma is a disciplined team, man. They're just really disciplined. They got some good coaching, and then they got Chris Paul there too. Just Chris Paul is no joke. That guy could be a coach when he's done if he wants to. But let's check it out. Let's go into that Houston game. James Harden, 12K. I'm not on a 4-game slate. That could be tough, man. In 3 games, 34 minutes, 45. Okay, and this is James Harden. I can see you stopping 1 game, 2 game, but to average over a 4-game span, 45 DK points, and you're 12K. I know Westbrook was playing. I know, but I'm very concerned about those numbers. I'm very concerned. Sure, he can put up 45 against Indiana. He put up 50 against Philly in just 1 half. He only played 26 minutes. Sacramento, Portland. Let's see, Milwaukee, 55. That's a tough defense, all right? And 55 for 12K is barely 5 times value. On a slate like this with all these guys that's capable of going to 40s and 50s in the 7K range, why am I going to pay almost twice that for that output? You see another good defense. It's Harden. It's Harden. People love him. Me tomorrow, no. No Harden for me. Westbrook is out. When Westbrook is out, I do like to look at some of these guys. Eric Gordon. A 5K Eric Gordon is kind of risky. I can't say I love it. In 32 minutes, he's only averaging 12. I look at those type of numbers, man. I could just open up a game long and just tell you I'm not interested in certain shit. Rivers, Austin Rivers, he could be two hit or miss. He's not really that great. He'll go 1 for 9, 5 for 12, disappoint you, or he'll come out surprise you with a 14 for 20 for 60. I think that was an outlier. I don't think that he can do that consistently. I'm looking at his numbers. He really can't shoot. His history against OKC, 20 minutes, 8 fantasy points. That's what I'm telling you guys, man. OKC is pretty good, man. They're pretty disciplined. They're not gonna have these guys running amok. They got Roberson back, the defender. They're just doing all right. They're doing all right. Covington for 6K. I'm concerned. Concerned there. House Jr. for 5,700. With Gordon back, I'm concerned. A lot of these people, these prices is just, I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love this game, especially especially Houston players. Jeff Green maybe for 5K. If I was to pick a Laker, it'd be this guy. I think I do have him in one of my lineups, but I'm gonna swap him for Eric Bledsoe. I think the price on Eric Bledsoe is worth it over Jeff Green. I think Bledsoe has a more upside chance, and I think Bledsoe has a higher chance for the upside, and Jeff Green. None of these guys. When you got a guy like Harden on your team, everybody else is just maybes. There's no high usage player other than Harden. There's no guy I could say has a good opportunity. There's nothing to really look for. I don't really see like anything that jumps out at me. It's just I don't. All right. And then OKC, Chris Paul, 7,700. I don't love the price. I think I need mid 40s for that. What I do like is in 3 games he already has 40.2. I've been watching a lot of Thunder basketball, and the rotations have been a little bit weird. Right? Some days they give him full one, some days they won't. But in playoff atmosphere, I see him getting the full 30 something minutes. Against Utah, we haven't really seen like a 50 point explosion in a bubble. I just think that it's playoff time, and with the style of play that the Rockets play when they shoot so many 3 pointers, Chris Paul is a guy that's very good at long rebounds. Okay, he's not gonna go there and jump over the center for a rebound, but if he's guarding like a Harden or a guy on the wing and they miss, he's kind of like crashing in and he's getting that long rebound off the rim. So I see him having big rebound numbers. I know his assist numbers are gonna be good. And I know he's gonna score. That mid-range Chris Paul game is unstoppable. I don't see anybody stopping that on Houston tomorrow. My gut feeling, I have 3 lines right now. It's gonna cut down to 2. I'm gonna do like a balanced line and then a big stars and scrub. I do see a stars and scrub lineup making my play tomorrow. I'd probably put in a Giannis and Lillard mixed with. And we'll make it right here. We can check it out. Why not? Y'all my peoples. Y'all my peoples. But yeah, I like Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul. I don't see an avenue of him failing tomorrow. To be honest, I just don't see it. So we could get rid of Bledsoe and pick up some Chris Paul. I'm alright with that. Shea Gilgeous Alexander has disappointed me too many times. And the games that he have come through, it's like nail biters. We're in the fourth quarter. I'm like, please, 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 he'll throw up a shot. I'm like, go in, please. I'm not prepared for that again tomorrow. At that price, we need about 40 for him. And he barely gets to 40. He lives in like the 30s. In 3 games, 35 minutes, he's averaging 35. I need a little more than 35 from him. I don't really see the upside for him. All right. Dennis Schroeder for 6K, I'm going to say no. only because it's playoff time. In 3 games against the Rockets, 33. I need more than that. I think it's more of a Chris Paul Schroeder show tomorrow. Not Schroeder, John Shy show. Um, and to be honest, I haven't really seen. Schroeder's a 5K player this year, right? Mid to low 30s. I don't see a need to play 6K for Schroeder off the bench. One of my concepts is you're getting a bench guy for that price. Is it worth it? It's just not. Gallinari, I like also. I really like Gallinari against the Rockets. Look, he already has the history, all right? I feel like another guy, he's going to get a lot of rebounds. If they go small, which they probably might have to, I don't see Steven Adams having a purpose tomorrow. There's no reason to give Steven Adams mega minutes. I'm not a coach, so don't take my word. You can take it with a grain of salt, but there's no reason. Like, this is a run and gun game. You don't really need paint protection like that. And I mean, Harden likes to do those little what do they call them, Euro steps, and try to get to the paint. But it's a lot of drive and pitch. I feel like Gallinari's enough in the paint. If they're, I can really see a Gallinari playing the big tomorrow. Maybe not, but I see him getting the rebounds. If this 10 rebound average for Houston Rockets, I can see it. I see how that's possible. I see him scoring. My beef with Gallinari is during the scrimmage, he really didn't give me much. 21 minutes of Miami's a tough defense. I could forgive him there. Against Washington, a fantasy goal mine. In 22 minutes, he got to 30. Houston could be a fantasy goal mine because there's going to be so many possessions based on the style of play that they play with, that the rebounds and the points, and he could hit. This guy can shoot the three. Don't. This is the kind of guy you want against the Houston team. And the reason I've been making so many lineups is because I've been trying to make hedge lineups, and it really takes me away from my gut plays. This is a gut play tomorrow. Him being I don't see him being very high owned. Other than Chris Paul, he's like the best player on the team, right? Let's not fool ourselves with all this foolishness. He's a vet. Gallinari was a high sought after player his whole career, and whenever he gets minutes in the 30s, I mean, here against Boston, that's a tough defense. Against Detroit early in the season, 19 points. I mean, come on. You should be able to get that from a playoff guy against the Rockets, right? You get 19 points from your second best guy, 7 rebounds, 4 steals might be an outlier for him. That might not be. If he gets his hands on some of those pitch outs, he should be able to get some steals. How many steals is he averaging against these guys? Just about one per game, all right? But even his averages seems, I don't know if he'll get the double-double bonus out of him, but he's averaging it. I like him. He'll get 21 points, some rebounds. He's not a big assist guy, but he should get some defensive numbers if he clamps down. This guy bring his game, and I think he's a good bet. I do like Gallinari tomorrow. Chris Paul and Gallinari, and I'll just pump the brakes there. They're the two best scorers, I would say, on their teams, and I think they should do well. This Basley guy, man, very interesting. Had a very great scrimmage run. Never disappointed when he got the minutes. Let's see, how many minutes did he play against the Rockets? In 15 minutes, 10 fantasy points. But what we've been seeing from this guy in the playoffs, I don't know how much opportunity is going to be there for him. That's my problem, man. At 26 minutes, though. And they have him here. So maybe he'll be the big, right? Maybe they'll use him, knowing that he can hit the three. And he listen, I'm gonna take some risks. I'm gonna really be heavy on OKC tomorrow. I'm gonna take some risks on Basley just because I feel like he matches up better with the Rockets than Steven Adams does, and I could surely see Steven Adams picking up. Again, I'm not a psychic, but just based on what I know in basketball, I can see Steven Adams picking up early with quick foul or whatever, and they're going small and just thriving that way. With Chris Paul behind this guy, I think it could be a nice show. It could be a nice show. He doesn't need a look at his defense, his numbers. He'll get you steals, blocks, steals. His defense is there. The shooting numbers are good. The percentages are high from long range and from short range. These are the kind of guys I like to scout. And whenever I get really scouting, You know how it be. So I would say, yeah, man. Show this guy some love. If I get rid of Bam, I said I'll do that. I'm gonna have to fix up this lineup when I'm done. But I like him tomorrow. I like Basley, man. I like a whole bunch of OKC guys. Again, my I could be biased because I'm an OKC fan. I like OKC, but I just like Basley. I feel about Basley how I felt about Joe Harris today. Joe Harris came through. I was surprised with Joe Harris ownership though. It seems like more people were on him than I thought. I thought I was going under the radar. I saw 30% in my tournament. I'm like, wait, wow, people on Joe Harris? Yeah, they were on Joe Harris. 6K for Adams. Hasn't really had success against Rockets. They're gonna run him off the court. The style of play with the Rockets just doesn't really fit his game. I don't see Chris Paul feeding Adams all game. I don't see that type of game flow. I just can't see it. I just can't. So I'm just gonna lay off of some Steven Adams. All right. Excuse me. Shooter kill, yo, facts. 12K, how now? Yeah, I'm not paying that for Harden tomorrow. Do you like Whiteside? I gotta check it out. Let me check out some Whiteside. Harden is going all the way off this series. No more playing around. I mean, I'm looking at your little avatar, and I can see why you feel that way. But nah, I don't think so. I wouldn't pay 12K for Michael Jordan. I think I would. What's the over under? The over under for this Houston game is 227. They got Oklahoma winning. And between that and the Portland game, they think those all the games seems except for the Miami game. The Miami game seems like the game you wanna be careful with. Just a 217 over under on that one right there. Well, Lou Dort is out, so that helps CP3 minutes. Yeah, as well as Basley. I love CP3. I love Basley. Zach Collins is out. Gabriel starts for the Blazers. 3.2. What do you think? I'll check it out. LOL, same time. Rockets defense is shaky, bro. Plus rebounding is an issue. Yeah, that's why I like Gallinari. Hit your shots, you bum. I'm confused what you're talking about. Steven Adams might have a game. I don't see it, man. I don't see them needing Steven Adams. Westbrook is out. He is the reason for pace and extra possession. It's much slower when he's out. Okay. I mean, you're a Rockets big guy. I know you big on the Rockets, so I take your advice seriously. I think if you say something about the Rockets, it's legit. So I'm checking it out. Top cash studs. I don't know. Let me finish breaking it down. I'm gonna make two lineups for y'all. One balance and one stars and scrubs, I guess. But that's how you win a tourney. By the time you find out what happens, everybody else does too. Then his price elevates. It's too late. You're right, and that's why I'm big on Basley. I think Basley. I mean, people are already on Basley, but I don't know if they're gonna trust the playoff Basley. I don't know. Portland can go Whiteside because of JaVale and AD. All right, let's go. Let's check it out. You guys seem really excited about that game. Lakers, point guard. They have none. LeBron James is he. I love LeBron tomorrow. I'm not going to play LeBron. I just never do. It's just not what... I'm not going to sit here and throw Jokic level slander on LeBron and say he's a scrub. He's won multiple MVPs, final MVPs, and championships, and in the argument for the best ever. It'll be just very dumb, right? But he's just not my type of fantasy guy. I always avoid him. He's about 11K, which means we need mid-60s from him. Portland doesn't really have a body for him. You know, I'm getting playoff LeBron now, which, you know, LeBron is a guy very, very careful about his legacy. So he likes to pad his stats, especially in the playoffs. He's going to come out ready. And Portland does not have a body for him. So if you got LeBron figured out and you're a LeBron guy, you definitely want to Show him some love. I think LeBron can help you get to the bag. It's just that I haven't really seen nothing great from him in the bubble. Playing along AD, again, I have nothing but nice things to say about LeBron James. The price 10.7, we need to get at least in the 60s. Um, if his shooters start hitting, his assist numbers will be up. It's just that he doesn't really have that much shooters around him. He doesn't. He doesn't have shooters around him like that. His defenders are out, and we've seen the consequence of no Bradley. All right, we've seen that. We've seen the consequences of no Bradley. Gods are killing these guys. So I expect this game to be very competitive. I'm not messing with no Caruso and Waiters and none of that with my money. I mean, these are guys that just you're playing for LeBron. You're just waiting. You're stopping. You're in the corner, just waiting for him to pass you the ball, if they double team him or whatever. I don't see the need. A lot of people that I've been kind of chopping up this slate with the Saint cases and such feel like Kyle Kuzma is in store for a big game. I don't know if it's the um, recency bias. I mean, against Houston, looking at Kyle Kuzma number just makes me like Gallinari more. You know, they play kind of similar roles. You know, he was able to get to 39. I don't see why Gallinari cannot. Um, but Kuzma shooting 11 for 16 to me is not something I will keep betting on. Him having 2 steals and 2 blocks is not something I'm gonna bet consistently on. I don't know him for that. I don't know him for that. I'm not chasing this Kuzma. Kuzma has regressed a little bit. It's the LeBron AD show. If it's not LeBron or AD, I would say be very careful. I don't think anybody else is gonna have big games. Marcus Morris should, man. At 3,400, I like Marcus Morris tomorrow. Um, how much minutes he's gonna get and what his role is, it just depends. But this guy's no bum. And the Lakers, I don't feel like they're using him right. He's a good player. Markeith, sorry, Marcus is his brother. He's a good player. They should use him more. It's playoff time. I don't know. I don't know the Lakers approach. I'm not a big Lakers guy. Anthony Davis for 10-4. I don't think Nurkic or anybody else down there can handle him. I can look at his numbers and say in 3 games he's averaging 60, but Nurkic is down there now, so it's not the same. Right? It's not the same matchup. So I don't know how reliable that information is. My biggest beef with this guy is his rebound numbers are not the same as when he was in New Orleans. And if we're to be honest, we haven't really seen, and not just in the bubble, just all season long, we haven't seen that. Remember the days when it was AD and Harden, Boogie Cousins? Those are guys that you were afraid to fade because they're liable to go off for 100. Those New Orleans days, I haven't seen it in LA. And because we have those days in our memory, we continuously pick on these guys thinking that we're going to see those kind of outputs. But we're not seeing it. At what point do we say, wait, maybe it's just a different system, it's a different output? So I would say be careful, man. Be careful with some Kuzma. All right? And some AD. I would say probably LeBron only because I know it's playoff time and for one, they don't have a body for him. You know, who you gonna put on him? Like, who? Let's see. Gabriel? Wayne Gabriel? I don't know what his defense is like. I don't really know too much about this guy. You know, I take pride in like knowing players' game and watching them. This guy here, I probably gotta watch some film. But if you're telling me what I feel about this guy here, GPP for sure. All right. It's a bigs against the Lakers. Lakers kind of have the paint on lock. Between AD and LeBron, they're just too big and too long. That's the first thing. The second thing is this guy plays on a team with Nurkic, Lillard, McCollum, Whiteside, Trent Jr. Where's the opportunity for him to make value? Please, guys, don't look at flipping spot starters and feel like, oh, he's gonna start. Let's play him. Look at the opportunity. Look at the usage. Look at the defense. Look at other factors that can help support your love for these guys. What I do know is especially against a team like the Lakers who are big on the inside, they might start Whiteside. They might go with a Whiteside Nurkic. They've been talking about it. They've been talking about it. And now that Collins is out, I see the opportunity for that. Okay. Whiteside as a center in 33 minutes is going for 50. Okay. The game against who was it? Was it the Memphis? No, the Brooklyn game. He plays well, that's Brooklyn. Anybody can go to Brooklyn. Any center could go to Brooklyn, close their eyes and hit value. But if a matter of fact, I like Whiteside tomorrow. For 4,400, no Collins. With his size, I don't see Gabriel lasting out there. I like Whiteside tomorrow. Again, I'm just gonna go with more guts plays because I'll make a lineup that's like super cash and safe with all safe players, and I don't see Whiteside in that lineup. But I'm definitely gonna play a lineup with guys that I have a gut feeling about, and just trust my gut, man. I'm just gonna trust my gut tomorrow. But I like Whiteside tomorrow for sure, 100%. Even if he doesn't start, he's backing up. He's backing up Nurkic. All right, the team doesn't really have a power forward. Carmelo Anthony don't have a backup. Wayne Gabriel, please, please, please. There's no Collins. I think Whiteside is my I don't like to attack Lakers with bigs, but Whiteside is a different kind of beast. He got some offensive explosion to him. You get some blocks from him. I like Whiteside. I think Whiteside's in a good spot tomorrow. Dame Lillard for 11-4. We need about 60 from him. I can see that happen easily. He's averaging that in the last 5 games that he's played, which are reliable numbers to go by because he's needed every of those games that he's played. Okay, he's needed all of these games. The assist numbers are up. Guards against Lakers are a thing. In this Memphis game, I'm not quite sure. He played 45 minutes. He only took 15 shots. Maybe because that's all he needed. It was Memphis. The Lakers are going to be a team that he's going to need to shoot 22 to 28 times. And when he does that, he's been in the 70s and the 80s. So I definitely got to have him in the lineup. When you got this 80-point upside and 70 and you're doing it 68, you're doing it consistently, and you're going to be really needed in a good game tomorrow. Look, even before he needed to win, in 3 games, he's already averaging 60 against his team. There's no reason not to love Lillard tomorrow. When everybody is talking about Harden, I think I'd rather put my money on Lillard. The need is there, the usage is there, the competitivity is going to be there. I don't know if that's a word, but it's my word now. I love it. I love, and he's hot. This guy's coming in. While these guys are using the scrimmage to see what their teammates got and to get guys back into shape or whatever, this guy used the scrimmage because he had to get to the playoffs. So he's in top-notch shape. His game is sharp. He's shooting the ball from half court consistently. He's doing everything, man. Again, I'm not used to seeing Damian Lillard at 11K. It's really strange to me to be here endorsing and supporting him at that price. But the way that they need him and the shit that he's been doing, it's really hard for me to say. And this is playoff time now. It's not even regular season. This is like, I gotta win. I like it. I like it. I like it quite a bit. So show Lillard some love tomorrow. CJ Mack for 8K. Can't say I like that much. He's been balling. For that price, I need upper 40s, not just 40. And I know he did it against Brooklyn, but anybody could. He needed 3 steals and a block. I don't see a lot of turnovers tomorrow. LeBron kind of disciplined and how he's going to come out. I don't see him getting all those numbers again. What happened here in Memphis? 33.6 rebounds, 2 steals. I mean, it's CJ Mack. He has the potential to get into the 40s. It's just for me to pay 8K for him. And, I said the same thing about Mitchell. I like Mitchell better on Fanduel because he was much cheaper. And look, you went off for 80. But the thing with Mitchell is he didn't have a Lillard to play with. CJ Mack has a Lillard to play with. And for him to be that price is just really strange. Trent Jr., a lot of people like him. 5K. I'll start to say no here. Don't do it. That's a fade. Other than just like jacking up threes, this guy here, even in the games that he's playing 35, 36, 37 minutes against Brooklyn and such, he's barely getting to 6 times value. I know he can hit the three ball. He's pretty consistent with it, but other than that, I don't see any reasons for me to get crazy excited about Trent Jr. And in a 6K Carmelo, no thanks. Now, in his defense, he's been playing well in the bubble, but look, 37-38, much easier matchups. You're getting 20 to 27. The Lakers are no slouch. I don't see him. Look, in 33 minutes, he's averaging 24 against the Lakers. I just don't see the need and necessity to go crazy on some Carmelo Anthony. All right, I just don't see it. Let me clear this out and try to make some lineups. All right. But before that, let's see what y'all talking about. Let's see if y'all calling me crazy yet. 12K for Harden double team at half court. That's gonna really open up the tourney. Yeah. If it's not full of sharks, I don't enter shark tournaments. I play single entries. I'm a single entry guy. I'm not into this whole trying to win $500,000 whatever. Now I'd rather win a couple hundred on a nice single entry if I'm in the top 10. So it is what it is. Playoff is totally different game as we saw from Mitchell, Van Vliet, and Murray. Yeah, that's why I said that you wanna pick guys that's the go-tos for their team. All those names that you mentioned are guys that have high usages for their team. So and all those guys there are in the 8, 7K area. They're not 11K. So that's what you want. You want these 7, 8K guys that's gonna get you 50, 60, 70, 80 points. They made AD is overrated. I won't say he's overrated, but most guys, once you start playing with LeBron, it's hard. Kyrie Irving thrived because for one, he's a point guard and the ball was in his hand a lot, and even he had issues with LeBron. I cannot see LeBron playing alongside another star. It worked in Miami with him and D Wade and Bosh. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and slander LeBron James. It's just I don't know. They made up an AD for MVP narrative out of nowhere that year. Ridiculous. Gabriel is a defensive spot up shooter pretty much. Yeah, no Gabriel for me. James and Harden can get doubled. There's nobody that could double James tomorrow. LeBron James has it. If LeBron fails tomorrow, I'm concerned about the Lakers because who are they putting on him? All right, raining threes, triple dub. Trent going for 40. All right, pick him in your lineup and go in my tournaments. James and Greek are locked. Greek is locked. James, I have no argument against LeBron James. It's LeBron James going against a defense that has no answer for him. All right. Oh, what happened? Let me know if you guys can still hear me. I just got a message that my stream was messing up, but it should be back up and going. Trent, yeah, I'm not big on Trent. Let me just know that I'm still here with you guys. All is good? All right, good. I don't know what happened. My software went in and out. All right, so let's clear this up and let's make a lineup. Point guard. The obvious here is Dragic. He's gonna be super on tomorrow for good reasons. Just don't miss that. That's easy. For the two guard, so I'm looking for guys that's the number one and number two for their team that's reasonably priced. Harden is overpriced. McCollum to me is a little overpriced. Butler, yes, he's the number one. It's his team. They got him there. He's running the show. So between the usage and the history and everything else, that's a no-brainer. Okay, you want to put him in. In the three spot, I want to say, you know what? I think I know how I'm gonna approach this tomorrow. For the three spot, we got to go Middleton, right? we're looking or LeBron, but we're looking for a balanced lineup. This is not the. I think out of my 1 out of 2, I'm gonna have a LeBron line. I trust LeBron tomorrow. I'm leaning towards trusting LeBron, but in the 3 spot, we gotta show some love to Middleton. Out of all these guys here, that's not in like the 10K area. He's pretty good for. I think his floor is 5 times value, and I think he has a nice ceiling. He can get into the 40s, maybe into the 50s. He's been balling. I don't see any reason not to play him. So let's go ahead. For power forward, I don't see any guys that I could say is the number 1 and number 2, the main guys. I don't see it. For me, my sanity, I'm going to go with Gallinari only because I feel like now the minutes are going to be there for him. He'll get the rebounds. He can shoot the 3. He already showed success. Against the Rockets. And he's a vet. He has a good matchup. According to this, I think Rockets have pretty good wing defenders, but I'll go with Gallinari. All right. Then for the center spot, I'm gonna have to say Bam. In that 7K range, he's averaging about 6 times that on the season. The matchup is decent. He will get the minutes. He has a very big skill set range. You know, if my name is simplified, I'm just looking at guys that's going to be high usage on the ball that I like. All right, so now this Miami game is the lowest total over under, and for me to have 3 Miami players might seem a little absurd, but I'm just going to trust the process. I'm going to trust the process. All right, and then in the other guard spot, if got to take some Chris Paul. The go-to for his team, good matchup. I feel like he's going to be a very important piece tomorrow, okay? So now we got a whole line full of guys, high usage, number 1 or number 2 for their teams. Going to be on the ball. Dragic is too cheap. This is a good core. It's a good place to start. Very safe in cash formats, in my opinion, all right? Now we got to get another forward. Let me see something. Is Jimmy Butler's hybrid? He is hybrid, right? So let's see if there's another guard that we want. And we can put it in the 2 guard spot. Let's see if there's another shooting guard that stands out. Not really, right? Maybe some Fourniers, but he's playing against the best defense in basketball. We don't want to get too crazy. Dennis Schroeder's overpriced. You can consider. I don't love anybody there. Gilgeous Alexander's overpriced. Yeah, I don't love anybody there. So let's stick to forward then, right? Let's find another forward. Coming down, we got to come down in the comfort zone. Now we're looking for role players, right? We want to be. I'm gonna say let's go Basley. I feel good about him. He can hit the 3. He can play big. He can play small. He can guard every position on the court. No Dort, as we already agreed on. I feel like Basley is safe. All right, then we got 5K in a util spot. We can either pull the trigger on some Brook Lopez, who has been hot, or we could say Whiteside. I did say I like Whiteside. I'll say Whiteside for my little GPP line that I'm gonna make next. I'm gonna use this spot for Lopez, okay? Whiteside has a tougher matchup with AD and LeBron down there. Lopez, just needs 30. He's been doing that consistently. Pre-bubble Lopez haven't been as great. The matchups haven't looked. The next thing I notice is, look, Memphis, Valanciunas, easy, 30. Washington, fantasy gold mine. Toronto with Gasol down there, he struggled. So is that telling me that with a good defender, he's going to always struggle? Let's continue. Dallas could be a little tough down in the guard in the centers. Miami, one of the best teams against centers with Bam. Okay, he got to that 30. So okay, all right, interesting. Boston plays the center pretty well. He got to that 33. Playoff basketball, I feel like the rebounds are gonna be there. The fact that Vucevic is on the ball so much makes me like Brook Lopez as well. I mean, he'll have a lot of exposure to the ball. He'll get some blocks, some steals, maybe. Them trying to do the pick and roll, he'll get his hands in there. The rebounds will be there for him. I'm hoping he'll be around the basket more on the defensive side of the floor. A lineup like this, to me, is set up for success. Period. I just want to save it. This is going to be, I'm not going to change my lineups tomorrow either. This is going to be one of two for me. All right? It's simple. Let's make another lineup. Let's clear this one out and make another one. The way I'm gonna approach this is there's certain players that I just want. I feel I can like break the slate, and it's not hard. And it's Damian Lillard is one, and I feel like we're gonna get vintage LeBron James. I don't think they have a body for them. I did say that I like Giannis over him for this price, but Giannis got help. What's Giannis numbers against them? 61, 10K. I just feel like Giannis is a walk-in 60, man. The decision is between Giannis and LeBron. I think I'm leaning Giannis. I just want to see what bubble. All right, so he went to Boston, gave them a 70 piece. He went to Houston, gave him a 70 piece. Then he didn't play Brooklyn that much. He went to Miami, 55. That's 5.5 for his price. He went to Dallas, then in Washington, and it got weird, right? Give me Giannis over LeBron. I'm picking two big names, and I'm gonna try to get some good cheap fillings. I think I'm gonna go Giannis over LeBron. LeBron's a little more expensive. He has AD down there. And we really haven't seen. Yeah, give me Giannis over LeBron. Give me Giannis. Give me Giannis and Lillard. Give me Giannis. It's close, but give me Giannis. So let's put Giannis in our lineup here. Okay. And now we got some work to do. We know that Dragic is too cheap. All right. We did see a pathway for Hassan Whiteside to do well. All right. This is GPP. We need these. The reason I'm more on Whiteside here is because he has high upside potential. When they're gonna run the Whiteside Nurkic lineup tomorrow, they done. I was in the casino watching them do it the other day, and no Collins. They gonna I won't be surprised if Whiteside starts. To be honest, only because with AD and LeBron, you need big bodies. You're gonna need Whiteside and Nurkic. I see it happening. Okay. Oh, I didn't really talk about Nurkic. For 9K, Nurkic is interesting. Reason being is, and I might be playing myself sleeping on Nurkic, to be honest. I'm not playing Nurkic. I'm not. This 5 and 6 fouls a game, I can't stomach it tomorrow. And with his price where it is, I mean, yes, he got 21 rebounds against Memphis. I don't see that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not paying 9K for Nurkic. I love the game that he's playing. Maybe this offseason he could learn to stop fouling so much, but every single game, like seriously, guy. Oh, he had one against Denver where he only had 2 fouls. Excuse me. I'm not doing this shit tomorrow. I'm not. And it's LeBron James coming. I'm just not. This 5-6 foul bullshit. I'm not. We're not gonna be in a situation where we're sick and then that even helps Whiteside. I like Whiteside. Whiteside got the upside. The matchup is not great, but the upside is there. If you're jamming in some other upside players, you can really do some damage in some of these tournaments. So let's stick to Whiteside there. Now we got to find some value, right? The way to approach this is put the salary low to high and then go up. And look at guys that you feel can get you there. Don't go too cheap right away. There's guys on the slate who can be in the 4 or 5 range who got some high upside to them, right? You gotta find those guys. Let's start. What much we got? About 5K per player. I did say that no, let's not do it like that. Let's do it by the position. We need a 2 guard. Let's see. Let us see. You gotta come now. We could show Fournier some love. And don't challenge the Bucks, but Fournier is a starter. He's averaging 30 on the season. How has he done all year against them? Let's see. I don't think I'll remember. 29 minutes, 30 fantasy points. If Fournier don't succeed, I find it hard that Giannis can have like one of the big upside games because let's be honest, who can score? Who are scorers on this Orlando team, right? T. Ross can score off the bench, okay, decent, but we know Vucevic can score. If Aaron Gordon plays, he can score. So they might have some scorers, but they have a lot of defenders as well. I don't feel like this game is going to get too. If it does, I don't think it will early. I think Coach come up with a nice plan for Giannis and them. I'm gonna go Fournier. It's Fournier. What's his peripheral numbers, man? I gotta be very careful. This playoff, you want guys that's gonna start and play big minutes. Fournier, we're not gonna get minutes in the 30s. He always does. He rebounds a little. He gets some assists a little. His foul numbers could be a little bit scary. He doesn't play that much defense. I don't see too much defensive stats here for him. And in the bubble, it looks like only against Brooklyn. That's like your best opportunity to succeed. Sacramento, they did the blowing out, so he didn't get a full run. Indiana, he got 30 minutes. He shot 2 for 10. Jesus Christ. Toronto, very good on defense. He shot 4 for 11, 22. Oh, man, I see red flags, man. Let's keep looking. Let's see what we can dig out here. Dig out the mud. Get T. Ross on a discount. Caruso. Doubt that I'm playing Caruso. I don't want no Caruso. I don't want him. Shit. Let's come back. That one is giving us a hard time. Let's not force it. Let's come back. 3 guards. Let's see. What would happen if I throw Butler in this lineup? 3,900 for 3 players. That's too risky. We're not gonna do that. I have to go down some. I don't know, man. Let's start here. We got the White side. We know he's gonna have a decent game. Jeff Green, Fournier. All right, let's get back on some Basley. We like Basley. So let's click in some Basley. All right. I like Basley. I won't say we. I like Basley. I do love Augustine Price. Is he 2-guard eligible? No. I do love Augustine Price. I think it's a little too cheap. So now we have 83. Now we can spend. We can spend for another star. Potentially. We got to do it with responsibility. We just can't get crazy. The biggest upside I see here, man, is Jimmy Butler, man. I feel like more so than Warren, than Chris Paul. Oh, God. No. feel like I'll go Chris Paul over Butler. Let's see if there's anything below that could give us some upside in that kind of range. No, I'm big on CP3 tomorrow, guys. Over Butler. Butler just hit them with a 50 piece, though, man. Butler just hit them with the 50 piece. We can get another big name in our lineup. He had 4 steals, 11 rebounds. He only played 29 minutes. He shot 5 for 13. He got to the line. Nah, I'm not going to chase that. I'm not going to chase that right away. I already got Butler. I can't even pick Chris Paul because I don't have a 2 guard. What about Middleton? I feel like Middleton is like a pathway for success. And Middleton can hit you with a few 50 pieces too. What is he averaging against them? 38. He put up, let me see, 33 points here, 9 for 14. His shots are 25 minutes, 24, 20 minutes, 23, 36 minutes. You know who would be great for this lineup? Let me X out of this real quick. I want to see something before I get too crazy. Let's get rid of Augustine. And let's put some respect on some 5K Bledsoe. The upside is there, right? Augustine don't have crazy upside. You know, Bledsoe can let's give some Bledsoe some love. Stop there. He's a 6K guy for sure. Initially when I opened the slate and I broke things down, he kind of made the lineup. So let's show Bledsoe some love. He's getting Fultz. If they start Fultz, especially, no reason not to like Bledsoe. Period. Let's show Bledsoe some love. And then we got 64 is the max we could spend. Now we got to start here. Let's see what's in here for us. I wish one of my guards could play the 2 guard. The 2 guard is going to be the biggest issue for me. Some Fultz, if he starts, Markel Fultz, is that what we want? He's only a point guard too, so that doesn't even matter. I don't like him more than Dragic. I don't like him more than Lillard. Lillard is needed. And I don't like him more than Bledsoe. The 2 guard is going to be tough. Yeah, how much? 64 potentially. You guys think Tyler Hero? I don't see why not. This guy's hot. I know it's playoff time and it's time to clamp down, but get the guy when he's hot, right? I just want to look at his numbers and see what stands out to me before I just pull the trigger. So in 28 minutes, he got to, for this price, we need about 30. Dragic already got the start. Okay, see. What about Indiana? All right, so in 25 minutes, well, this game was a blowout, so he probably got extra run because of that. I don't really want to bank on the blowout every game. It took him 38 and 36 minutes to get to these 40s and 50s. I don't see that. That's without Butler. I don't see that. I could see 20-something minutes for him to get to 29. Whenever he plays minutes in the 20s, these are some tough matchups, and he still gets you that 5 times value. He's a guy that looks like he needs the minutes, right? He looks like he needs the minutes. But I think I'm comfortable pulling the plug in his GPP setting. Let's see what else we got here, though. Let's not get too crazy. I am going to take some risks with Andre Iggy, I think. All right. Again, I try to make my videos not so long, but no, I can't do it, Iggy. I can't do it. I just don't know, and I don't want just Miami has so many options. I want to avoid them. Let's look team by team. So here, Bledsoe, DiVincenzo is the backup, and then who backs up? Um, Wesley Matthews might be able to be a thing. Let's check out. No, I haven't really seen them showing Wesley Matthews too much love this year. I'm clicking on Wesley Matthews based on the old Wesley Matthews that I know, and that's not ever good. All right. No, there's nothing there for me. I want to attack like I think the best strategy is like just to stack a team. Pick what's the highest over under? All right, let's do this. Let's pull up. Let's see the lineup that I had before and see who I liked. In my stars and scrub, I had Giannis and Lillard, and then I had them with Ennis. I had Butler, Dragic, Ennis, Basley, Lopez, DJ Augustine, Giannis, and Lillard. And what's stopping me from getting something similar? What do I have in here that I don't want? Okay, I see what's going on. Let's get rid of Bledsoe and get back Brook Lopez. We got some upside out of Brook Lopez, right? And it's cheaper, and I can expect more. Now we got 71 still. Who is it? Who's holding me back? Is it Whiteside? Whiteside upside. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me not ignore y'all. Let me see what y'all talking about. He's been trash. Yeah, Fournier been kind of trash. I don't want to. Kuz did for the 3 spot. Then Covington. Think Giannis will be chalk. I don't know. How many lines you played? 2, 3 max. Surprised no Brogdon mention. I don't like the matchup and I don't like the price. Red on top of red flags. Tough calls, yeah. Ennis, I'm thinking about it. LOL Ennis. He could show that you down. High risk, low reward. Jay Crowder, why do you like DK more than Fanduel? Well, I was introduced to DK first. Fanduel came to me later, and then I tried it. I was getting no success. This year, I've been having massive. Not even this year. Since the bubble, I've been just killing Fanduel. So it's Lillard that's holding you back, bro. Now I need a Lillard lineup because I could see a Lillard 80 bomb, and this lineup here, to be honest, is more of a stars and scrub kind of approach. I'm gonna get rid of Whiteside just because I haven't really seen that many bigs do well against the Lakers. Or the Magic for all that. But I'm gonna get rid of Whiteside. I think it's just holding up that util spot for me. I'd rather Brook Lopez here. And then again, I don't just want to make it a stars and scrub without people who can potentially do good for me. Here, I would like, let me see, let me look at my little setup again. I think I'm going to keep the setup that I had. I had Jimmy Butler, but I prefer Chris Paul. I already know that. So I'm going to go back Chris Paul and then Ennis. But I can't because I need a 2 guard. And that's how I ended up on Jimmy Butler. So let's do that. Let's go back Jimmy Buckets. And then That's it. That's all we have. There's nothing else really. And nothing else give me confidence. It'll just be picking someone just cause. And I never do that. If I don't see 6 times value potential, I'm not gonna pick you. Even if you don't get it, at least you had the potential. Everybody else here look a lot of just cause-ish. I'm not gonna put any just cause in my lineup. Small forward. I like Ennis here. And then who did I have for $3,500? Augustine. Is that a guard spot? Yeah, Augustine. I do like Augustine. I think he's too cheap. And this is not something new. I pondered on this earlier in the day, and this is what I came up with, and now I see why. So that's my stars and scrub lineup. I already had it, and I think this is it. I see Dragic hitting for that. I see Lopez hitting for that. John is hitting for that. Butler hitting for that. And then we got some Lillard should hit for that. And then we just took some punts, right? Basley, I feel like I see the opportunity. Augustine is just too cheap. They'll need his leadership, the veteranness, and whatever. And then Ennis, just off opportunity. The team is banged up. And this is going to get garbage time and all that, guys. There's no way around not putting Ennis on the court. And this is going to get every type of time you could think of, even if Aaron Gordon plays. Because they really don't have too many reserves to pull them. All right, you can look at, let's see, Birch and Clark, okay. And then who? We already got Birch and Clark. So look, the forward spot is so thin that Ennis has to be on the court. I mean, they can pull out some Westy Wundu and all these guys. I just like it. I like this stars and scrub right here. Lillard, Butler, Ennis, Giannis, Brook Lopez, Dragic, Basley, and Augustine. And then I just made the balance lineup. Those are my two lineups. Let's check out some Fanduel before we get off of here. We have been oh so successful. I already made my lineup. I'm gonna clear it out. And now that I broke down the slate, I got a better idea of who I like and what price ranges. And let's see. Lillard. Am I gonna play? I might play two Fanduel tomorrow. I feel like I don't want to miss out on another 80 bomb from Lillard tomorrow, man. I don't want to miss out on another 80 bomb. But for right now, let's chill. Let's chill off of him. Let's get the simplified style lineup. You know I'm big on Chris Paul. That's one of my point guards. And then the other point guard, Dragic over is a little more pricey. I don't know if I love him for 5,700. Let me see what my other options are. How much for Augustine? 4,500. Let's come back before we pick somebody. Let's just get the core guys in, right? Here is easy. Butler is the leader for his team. I don't know if I want to pay 8K for Butler. When I could pay, all right, let's get Middleton for 7K. That's just way too cheap. And let's come back. It's between CJ Mack and Butler. I'm leading Butler, but let's come back. Let's get the guys. Let's get the high, heavy hitters, right? I love Giannis tomorrow. We got to get Giannis in there. And the 5K Gallinari, I'm not going to hesitate there. Let's get him in. Love Bam. He's a leader for his team, right? I don't see any more go-tos there. Let's keep it going. Brook Lopez. No, I'm not paying 6K for Lopez tomorrow. On Draftkings, his price is much better. I'm not paying 6K for Lopez. Steven Adams. What about Whiteside? We had some Whiteside love, right? What position? They want 4,400? Yeah, give me some Whiteside. I'll take Whiteside on FanDuel for sure thing. Now we got about 5,900 per player. Let's go back to the point guard and get let's get Dragic, 5K, 5,700, whatever. And the two guard spot, what other spot? Let's fill that last because that's gonna be tough. For power forward, who else do I like? I think I went Jeff Green here. 4K. The options were like very murky, right? All these guys are overpaying for. Kyle Kuzma 6K. Jeff Green, you get him for 4,100. And just pray. 4,100 in a prayer. Yeah, let's pull the plug on some Jeff Green, and then for 7,900, we can comfortably afford buckets. I'm not crazy about CJ over buckets. That's just irresponsible. Fanduel, that's how easy it was, man. Which contest is this? I'm just gonna enter it because I'm definitely joining this contest. So Chris Paul go to, Dragic gonna be on the ball. Middleton's a go to. Butler's a go to. Giannis is a go to. I love a 5K Gallo. Bam is a go to. Whiteside got some potential. And then Jeff Green was just the last man in. You got 4,200 for a power forward. You got the rest of your lineup you love. And that's it. Now, in order for it to be a real breakdown, I'm just going to skim through different positions. I do love Lillard. All right, let's enter this. And then we got to play, don't bring up my shit. All right. We got to play a, let's go back to the lobby. Let's make a Lillard lineup, right, just to save our money. Put it in a smaller contest where it'll win you back your buy-in if he goes off, right? I know I got him on, I don't know what this is talking about. Let's see. Let me actually do it on the, let's do head-to-head just to make it free. What is this? Stop popping up on my screen, man. Head-to-head. Make it a free one. Just for building lineup sake, right? Let's go head-to-head with Nyamburi, whoever that is. Enter new lineup. Let's make a Lillard line and let's do it responsibly. Over here is harder, to be honest. That's why I like FanDuel. It makes you think twice for paying up. Give me some Lillard. And again, I'm gonna have to take Dragic just for the discount. For the 2 guard, how much do I have per? 63. Let's go get the cheap guys, right? We're gonna go right back to Whiteside again. Who else did we like? Power forward. You know, we got to get, it's going to be like a similar lineup, man. We're going to get some Jeff Green, and we're going to, is there another value power forward that we can get? Let's see. Oh, Ersan is out. I love Middleton. There's no more values, right? So let's come back. Let's get the guys that we need. Let's not just go crazy. Let's get Basley now. Now we got to consider some Basley. I'm not opposed to even, damn, but I'm going to have to fade. I'm going to have to fade, I don't want to fade Giannis. I just don't want to do it. Let's try it for Giannis. How much we have per person? Oh, we still got money. We could do it. Here, got to keep Middleton for that 7K. He's the cheapest guy without taking a risk. So let's keep Middleton for that 7K. Let's come back there. Let's go back to small forward and see what we got here. We could get back Gallo again. Get back Gallo. No harm, no foul. We get back some Gallo. Then we got 12-5 left. Let's see what the power forward is talking about. We have to go back to Bam. Because that's like the safest play. Look at this shit. We got Lillard, Dragic, Middleton, Bam. Yo. And then we could go back to shooting guard. Let's see what's available for us. Is it that what we need? Trent. I like that price better. I like Trent better on still not picking up Trent. I do wanna Middleton and Giannis. That's like the entire team. How much do they want for Bledsoe over here? No, I prefer Dragic. Shooting guard. All right, before we go crazy with Bam, let's see if there's a cheaper power forward that we could stomach. Just Jeff Green. So we gotta go with the safety. Shooting guards, we have some alternatives, right? We got some Trents, Duncan Robinson. I'd rather Duncan than Trent. Let's go Duncan and make it a stack situation, right? Let me just go back to Draftkings. I just want to see something with Duncan. I want to look at Duncan numbers and see something really quick. Duncan Robinson. All right, let me see something here. First, let's see what he's been doing all year against his team. In 3 games, 26 and 29 minutes. We love that. We love that. Against some other day, he had 21. This guy got a Jimmy on him, bro. He could shoot. I'm going to pull the plug on him. If this is GPP in my gut, I like Duncan. And then I could just stack up, make it a little... game stacks are a thing, guys. If we didn't know that from watching that first game today, you know, I saw people... I came out of that first game and I saw lineups in the 300 with one player left. I was like, wow. And then this allows to get Jimmy or no? Oh, man, we're 100 short. Fuck. You can give me some CJ. Give me a little bit different kind of exposure. 7K CJ. Let me see if that's even responsible. Let me see. CJ Mack over Middleton. No, that's not responsible. No, I don't like the sound of that. No, sorry. I'll take Middleton over CJ Mack any day. I don't care. I do want Butler though. Butler's playing with a vengeance. Let's get rid of Middleton. Let's put Butler. We got to save $100 somewhere. Small forward. How much is Basley? Oh, Basley is more than Gallinari. Let me see if there's anybody below Jeff Green that I could stomach. Cambridge. No, there's no wow. Not fucking around with no bum ass Nerling Noah. Are you crazy? Three games, 21 minutes, 22. Is that right? It's 15. Nah, we're not messing with no. Now we getting 2 GPP on them. Yeah, there's nobody below Jeff Green, and there's nobody below Bam. Whiteside, Bam. How much is Lillard? 10-1? I gotta have a Lillard line. Lillard is on fire, man. Let's see, shooting guard. If we risk Duncan, what's our next opportunity below that? How much is Duncan? 43. We're gonna have to go to Wesley Window and all this. No, I'm good. Pat Connaughton, not a bad. But let's see. We might have to risk some Dragic. Dragic is riskable. If I see something I like. Where's Augustine? All right, so let's get some Augustine. That's gonna open us. And Dragic is a tad bit overpriced over here anyway. So let's get back Augustine for that 4K. I like it. Boom. And then we might could upgrade Duncan. Shooting guard. We got now 4,400. Let's see what 54, right? I still rather Duncan than Tyler Hero, to be honest. I'm good there. Let's see. From here on, I'm just trying to see what I can upgrade, right? So Butler for who? For nobody. Giants for nobody. If we upgrade Gallinari, we're gonna have 63. What we get for that? Nothing really. Upgrade Jeff Green, we're gonna have 54. What we get for that? Nothing. Upgrade Bam. We're gonna have 86. What we get for that? Nothing. If we upgrade Whiteside, we can get some Lopez maybe. Let me see. How much is he? So is that 55? No, we can't get Lopez. We can get Steven Adams. 5K Steven Adams. I'll do it. I mean, I'll do it. Why not? Sometimes, we go crazy just filling in salary, but Whiteside is against the Lakers for one. He's like, what, number 4 on the totem pole? We can get some Steven Adams. I don't got no exposure for him. A 5K Steven Adams should be safe. I don't see why not. He'll start. So Steven Adams, Bam, Jeff Green, Danilo, Giannis, Duncan, Jimmy. All is just for some Damian Lillard. I'd rather keep my regular lineup, to be honest. Or go LeBron James, and then you got better. I'm just LeBron, 10-3. He's small forward. Nah, I need that Lillard, though. That 80 piece will hurt. I need it. Because guess what? That 80 piece come, and then you get a little lift from Jimmy. You still got Giannis. You got Bam. It's GPP for sure, but let's rock with it, man. Let's rock with it. That's it, guys. I made you guys 2 lineups on Draftkings, 2 lineups on Fanduel. I've been talking to myself for an hour and 40 minutes. I'm ready to get out of here. Let's see what y'all talking about. DJ Wilson. Nah, I can't do that. Can't do that. LOL. Nah, he's just playing with the lineup. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done, guys. Good luck. Follow me on Twitter so you get all my updates and such. All right, I'm out. Peace.